With Jay Williams, I'm Ed Cohen. Jay, you look at the Spurs coming into play. They have got to get home court advantage, and they'll need it in what's going to be a tight 5-game series.
And I'll tell you, these 5 games really make each game take on a greater importance than the 7-game series we're used to.
Paul to Capella. And throws it down.
Oh, that's a great way to make an opening statement. It's about the team that's able to punch the other team in the mouth first. That's exactly what you want to do if you're the road team.
DeRozan with it. Just getting going here in game 1. To Gasol. Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
With the rock, it's Chris Paul. Here comes the screen. Paul matched up with Pau Gasol. Nothing going here on that drive. To Harden. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. The challenge defending a guy who can be a 1 or a 2.
We're not old men talking about this game. We don't define players by positions anymore. Is he a 1 or is he a 2? No, he's James Harden. He's a scorer and an elite passer.
Harden in possession. Looking to make something happen. To Fareed. LaMarcus Aldridge sends it away. And that one out of bounds off a spur. Fareed. The pass set it all up.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
A drive to the basket, but the shot rattles around and out. Paul across the timeline. Lead is 2. Harden picked up by DeRozan. Gasol with the rebound. Murray into the front court. He'll run the offense. Stuffs it down with authority.
That probably won't be the last time we see a dunk from him tonight. Maybe sometimes you should send a message. Give him a hard foul. Don't let it be so easy.
Paul to Harden. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to pull off with the...
Oh! Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. And finishes strong.
That's called a grown man play, Ed. Someone's trying to get featured on SportsCenter tonight.
Now it's Harden at the controls. Probing the defense. Shot clock to 4 for Houston. Shot for James Harden. Deep 2 there, won't go.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning the ankle on that landing.
Here's a chance from long range. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
He showed that he had great chemistry with his teammates on that shot. Keep getting him good looks, and the one will just keep scoring.
Nothing going here on that drive. James Harden. He's 2 for 5. Not great, but trending.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Fires the 3. Rebound taken in by Paul. Harden into the front court. They're down 3. And he'll head to the line.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number 1, to see if they'll get caught. And number 2, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
And he connects on the first free throw. Able to convert on both free throws. Spurs have it. Patty Mills. Beyond the arc for 3. Can't connect. It's no good. To Paul. 4-3. And Chris Paul. Quick catch and shoot there. 4-3.
Not everybody possesses this power. but wow, what court awareness.
Mills in possession. Down just a couple. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number one, create contact, and number two, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Harden with it up top. 14-13 our score. It's a one-point game. Not today. He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Harden picked up by Bellinelli. James Harden. He's 3 for 7.
Look, the Rockets don't take too many mid-range jumpers. Actually, last season, they led the league in three-point attempts. Glad to see them actually find a two-point shot relevant these days.
Patty Mills. Fires the three. Off the iron. No good. Finishing inside the paint on that one. He has that sixth sense that you just can't teach.
He's like a traffic cop, and he's navigating a myriad of bodies coming his way. And there's a smaller innuendo of the game that nobody talks about. When he makes a great pass, he'll tell the offensive player, shoot it, go up, dunk it. He will direct you and lead you to success.
It's Harden. Brings the ball up. To Paul.
Green.
LaMarcus Aldridge tips it. That one out of bounds off a rocket. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Mills in possession. His team up by 1. From long range. And the rebound by Nene. Paul to Harden. Nothing going here on that drive. Short jumper won't fall.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Pulls up for 2.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Harden. His first effort off the mark. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Free throw good as he completes the three-point play. The lead is up to 6. Here's Paul, controlling the offense. And that's...
We got this. Let's go.
DeJounte Murray against Chris Paul. Rockets have it. Paul. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
The free throw is good. It's back to a one-point game. Murray into the front court. Shot clock turned off as they get a chance to build their lead. DeRozan. Oh, he couldn't get it to go. Long key from three-quarters court. We've reached the end of the first quarter here in Game 1. Jay and I return in a moment. You're tuned into the Western Conference semifinals. Second quarter set to start. This is what we like. This game is certainly in the balance.
And when both teams are playing at this level, it just continues to reaffirm that I was excited to watch both of these teams play this entire week. It's been a solid game so far, but this has a chance to be a great one down the stretch.
And that one out of bounds off a spur. Gordon with it. Down a point. Harden. Not that time. He missed it. That's good.
We know what's coming. Go get it.
DeJounte Murray. Gerald's great. Knocked away. It's getting dangerous down there.
And I hated getting my shot blocked like that, but I did like getting the ball right back.
Aldridge. To Gasol. DeJounte Murray. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Off the mark. No. Good. Rockets have the ball. Gerald Green. To Rivers. That's no good. A drive to the basket, but the shot rattles in and out. Throws it down.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
DeRozan against Clint Capella. It's halftime here in Game 1. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
And with that, I'm sending it back to Ed and Jay to bring you the rest of the game.
Murray with the basketball. His guys down 3. To Gasol. No good, and no foul. Paul picked up by DeJounte Murray. Knocked loose. And that's going to get out of bounds. So the Rockets hold on to the basketball. Down to 5 on the 24. Here's CP3. To DeRozan. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
Some players are just built to absorb the contact. He pretty much dusted that defender off like that was a bug at the park.
Harden to Paul. Gasol with a piece.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end.
Blocked away.
That one's in the 15th row.
Huge denial. Fareed. It's Harden. Wide open look, won't go. Pau Gasol snatching it out of the air.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Count it. No and one. There was some contact there.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
And a whistle.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
Defense, let's go.
On the drive, it's Harden, but a shot no good. The follow won't go either. Murray with it. Leads just a point. DeRozan. The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk.
Woo! This rookie is a high flyer. He brings that kind of pro-am vibe to the NBA, and it's fun to watch.
Paul to Harden. Shot from the lane won't go. To Gasol. Big finish at the rim. He climbed the ladder on that one.
Well, the question is, how big is the ladder? He's still climbing.
Harden has it up the floor. Pau Gasol swats it. That's his third block this evening.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Here comes the screen. Cashes in for two.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
To Capella. Clint Capella. With that, he's 5 for 9.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
DeRozan. Capella. That one out of bounds off a rocket. Murray into the front court. Leads 5 to DeRozan. For 3, it's Capella who clears the rebound. Gordon with it. He'll run the offense. To Fareed. It was right there. And look out. Big finish at the rim.
Showing you why he belongs here in this league with the best of the best. Efficient scoring out of the rookie here tonight.
Paul to Capella. Lets it fly from long range. It's good. Coach wants to see more from his D.
Well, easy difference there. In the first half, the offense allowed the defense to settle into their half-court sets defensively, and that's why the shots were all contested. But now, since they picked up the pace of the game, they're getting a lot more action out of transition threes.
Rockets in control of the basketball. To Fareed. Capella. Off the assist.
And ISO basketball is becoming a thing of the past. Team basketball is back. And if you have that personnel with the versatility plus the mindset, game over.
Ooh, Chris Paul. He's 3 of 5, 60% shooting from the field.
Ed, all this talk I heard over the summer, what about CP3's hamstring? Will he be able to get back his first step? Will he still have it? There you go.
Over to the right side. Going to launch. Beyond the arc. That's off the side of the rim. No good. Iman Shumpert, guarded by Murray. Knocks it down from mid-range.
There you go. I like seeing scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Murray into the front court. Our score all even in this third quarter. Kenneth Faried able to recover with the block.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Paul, guarded by Gasol. LaMarcus Aldridge sends it away. Spurs get it back. DeRozan with the basketball. Tie game, third quarter. Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul. Now the Rockets will use a timeout as they'll make sure they're aligned here in a two-point basketball game. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Paul. Here's a chance from long range. He was all over him.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Now Paul with the basketball. His guys trail now by 4. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
Eric Gordon finished second in the six-man the year voting after winning the previous year. But what's even more astonishing is watching his development at his time in Houston. In New Orleans, often it looked like he was lost. But there's no doubt about it. In H-Town last year, he found a second life.
Houston with the basketball. Paul driving, but he can't connect. Rocking the rim.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Paul with it up top. Less than a minute to go in this third quarter. Driving right to the basket. Took it down the lane, but it's no good. Had a chance, but it's no good. Paul into the front court. His guys can get a 2 for 1 if they time this out. Gordon matched up with Bellinelli. Fires the 3. No good. That's great defense. A lot of contact. Shots no good and no foul. Screen coming. Curling inside. On the basket, but his shot won't go. Ooh, Chris Paul. Now 4 for 9. Three quarters complete. The Spurs have the lead. It's the Rockets in control of the basketball as we start the fourth quarter. We've got a one-possession game going on. This has the look of a race that's going down to the wire.
And it looked that way from the very beginning, but this is where the coaches and the best players on the floor really earn their...
Let's go, fellas. It's go time.
That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Right down Broadway for the 2. Defender has to pick him up.
This is not the time to have a mental lapse.
It's in the hands of James Harden. And a whistle.
Just a tic-tac foul.
Tucker to Harden. Pirtle, huge block.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
To Aldridge. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Free throw good as he completes the three-point play. The lead is up to 6. Harden in possession. They're looking to make something happen. Gets it in the right corner. Tucker to Harden. Here comes the screen. Has a chance. Just off the mark.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jumper.
Buries it.
And watching all these great shooters on the floor at once, it almost mesmerizes me. It's like you're watching the shot in slow motion. The backspin, it gives off the feel that the ball's going in every time.
Harden against the Australian. Nene with the dunk.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Mills in possession. Lead stands at 7. He throws it down.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
It can only be one of two things here. One, the defender ran out of gas, or two, this dude is just unstoppable.
Harden. Beyond the arc for 3. Buries the wide open 3. That's too easy.
And your big is the one making that happen. Every time he's involved in a PNR, he's slipping it, forcing that guy from the weak side to come down to help. Quick skip passes equal threes in the bank.
And stuffs it home.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Tucker. 4-3. Message received. Well defended.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Nice follow-up on the dunk there. We get a whistle and a timeout for Houston. They're down big in this fourth quarter, and a chance here to empty their bench. Harden has a look. Deep 2 there, won't go. Count the bucket for 2. From 18 feet at the buzzer, it's the Spurs who are victorious. They grabbed game 1 of this best-of-5 series. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been the NBA Playoffs on EA Sports. Find out more at easports.com. Until next time, good night.